Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a great day. It is April 13th, and today I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about today's severe weather threat, and we're going to talk about what could happen with severe weather later this week. So yeah, let's go and get started. Also, thank you guys. We just hit 270 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. Let's get started with the video. So today we do have a slight risk. We can see it extends from eastern Texas into Louisiana. Right now, we do have a lot of thunderstorm activity in that region, especially in Louisiana and maybe a little bit of southwestern Mississippi. And the storms there we have a few severe warnings. We can actually go look at those right now. And by the way, I'm getting I'm gonna start streaming again soon. I am getting GR2, but probably within the next week. So that'll be very helpful for streams. We can see we have this complex of storms here. And right now, you can see we have two severe thunderstorm warnings right to the south of Baton Rouge. These storms here, they don't, especially these ones up by Jackson, Centerville, Mississippi, they have a ton of lightning. Just an extreme amount of lightning with these storms, by the way. So that's one of the main threats with these. Some small hail is likely with these down here. Especially that southern severe warning to the southeast of Baton Rouge by Sorrento, Louisiana, and damaging winds are the main threats with those. Oh yeah, we have that slight risk. We have a 2% tornado threat, 15% wind, and a 15% hail. So wind and hail main threats. A tornado cannot be ruled out in that area. And yeah, so this is our satellite we have right now. Current satellite we have. You can see our thunderstorm complex right here. Anvils from that reaching almost into Alabama. And some unsettled clouds across the northeast, and a large storm system in Minnesota swinging around there. So, pretty active afternoon. We can play this out, or not afternoon, it's still late morning, but see we have our very large and strong storm system across the northern plains and upper Midwest swinging around. We have another storm system to the southeast of Nova Scotia, and another storm system across the west, kind of in this area. Not looking too good on satellite, but we can see we do have some cloud cover with that. And we have a short wave moving east, bringing unsettled clouds to Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, soon, with that anvil from that complex of thunderstorms. We're going to see that moving into Alabama soon, so... of course, I had to reload randomly, but yeah, so that's what we can see right now for satellite. We go over to the GFS model. Let me fix this here. All right, there we go. I messed that up earlier in the video, but we can see this is the 500 millibar relative vorticity. So we can see pretty much all of our. Yeah, this is really helpful to indicate storm systems. We can see our little wave right here. Most likely, yeah, the short wave. That extends from the Gulf Coast up into Ohio. Unsettled clouds with this, reaching from Texas up into probably Ohio. We go back to satellite and see if we can confirm that. And yeah, that's kind of what we have. We have unsettled activity across the northeast ahead of this next storm system. Well, the storm system, we can see our upper level low is centered right in northeastern Minnesota with this. And it's just going to be swinging around for a little bit. We have some storm systems in the Atlantic, not looking too great. One by Nova Scotia that was looking very interesting. We go back to satellite. If I could zoom over there, that would be. I'm gonna try. Let's go. I'm gonna try and go over there so we can maybe see that. It's right up here. Maybe. Okay, here we go. So. With this, we can see that storm system swinging right here, right by Nova Scotia, actually. So it's kind of a classic Atlantic storm system that you see this time of year. Yeah, so pretty active pattern right now across the U.S., like I said before. We can kind of see, let's see what that Minnesota storm system is going to, or where it's going to go. By tomorrow and Thursday, it's going to slowly move to the southeast, and it's going to impact the northeast Thursday and Friday. And it looks like the northeast, even maybe some areas could see a potential, or some winter weather late this week. We're going to also talk about that later in the video. We can see it affects the northeast, and our one across the west it digs into the west and it falls apart a little bit as it moves east. Uh, but that's still another significant storm system. It's going to bring some impacts to areas of Nevada, California, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. So, and then we can see we have a few little waves coming off this moving into the south. So yeah, that's what we have going on right now. Let's go to the HRRR. We're going to talk about today's severe weather threat. So that's not what we want. So yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna start off by looking at composite reflectivity. We're gonna take some soundings for today. So we can see HRRR indicates that complex moving southeast. And then after that, we could maybe see some more storm development during the night across Louisiana, East Texas, maybe even the Mississippi and extreme southern Arkansas. Take some soundings with this. This is actually tomorrow morning, which we go to tomorrow morning, or tomorrow, we do have a marginal risk extending from eastern Texas or southeastern Texas into southwestern Alabama. We have a secondary one in Virginia and North Carolina. I'm not really going to look at that one. Now, this sounding, not a great tornado threat. Shear profiles are a little weird, but this would bring a 2% risk from the SPC most likely. I would expect like a very isolated tornado threat with this. Cape is there. It's marginal instability. Very cap. That's really going to limit the tornado threat with that sounding. Not really impressive. And yeah, this area of southern Louisiana is just going to get hit by another really identical looking complex of storms tomorrow afternoon. Maybe even a little bit worse than today's. And take a sounding in southern Louisiana. Let's take one later in the afternoon. You can see we don't. That's contaminated. Let me get a new one. Let's take one right down here. Hopefully this one's not. Yeah, that's even worse. Try and maybe get one right here. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, okay, this a little bit contaminated, but it should still work. The shear profiles will favor maybe a 2-5% risk on the SPC. I'd say 2%. We have plenty of instability, though. Plenty of instability for a strong line of storms with some hail. I'm thinking maybe likely some small hail with this, especially damaging winds. The damaging wind threat with this looks pretty significant. So I'm thinking that we could get a slight risk for this area once again, and it's going to be for wind, and maybe hail, and also once again maybe tornadoes. We could see I think we're going to have a little bit of a better tornado risk tomorrow potentially. The NAM is, if you guys remember the past two videos, the NAM has really still been going crazy for tomorrow in Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana for a tornado threat. HRRR is a better model than the NAM in my opinion for forecasting severe weather. Sometimes the NAM is better, but normally the HRRR is better. HRRR is not going crazy tomorrow at all. It's showing just a marginal tornado threat. So yeah, that 22Z HRRR maybe indicates some supercells in southeastern Texas along this. So let's take a sounding right there in front of those. Yeah, those are not going to, if those are supercells, are not going to have much of a tornado threat at all. They're likely going to have large hail, not even large hail, maybe some small hail with a damaging wind threat. That's about it. So I would expect a slight risk to be implemented into southern Louisiana, into maybe southern Mississippi also. Maybe a little bit of southeastern Texas. Could see a slight risk by tomorrow. I'm thinking for the day one outlook, for the morning day one outlook, I think they might put in a slight. Yeah, so let's look at later this week now. Let's go back to the GFS, and this is the new 12Z GFS that's just coming out. Let's go to continental US, and let's see what we're gonna have Thursday and later this week. So Thursday, not really an impressive pattern for severe weather. Let me do this. So basically, we have a chance of some snow across the interior northeast, maybe even some of the coastal northeast. If we get a little bit more cold air, and we can see a nice little snowstorm for the Rockies into Nebraska, Wyoming, and South Dakota, with that upper level low as it moves to the east across the west week. We're going to see potential or some snowfall with that. and some snowfall across the northeast with our Minnesota storm system going to the southeast. So kind of an active pattern for mid-April. Still unsettled across the south. Showers, maybe some thunderstorms across South Georgia and the Florida and South Carolina. And across most of Texas has a chance of seeing showers on Thursday. And let's go to Friday. Friday afternoon, you can still see. Let's let this load. It's not really loading quickly. Or maybe. Or yeah, it's not loading. So I guess we can go back to the O60 and take a look at Friday. So Friday, the O60 GFS even indicates some snowfall, making it in the central Kansas, like right to the north of Wichita, in between Wichita and kind of the Topeka area. Maybe has a chance of seeing some snow to briefly mix in. And Friday afternoon, we still do have a lot of snow showers across Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, western South Dakota, and maybe up as far north as North Dakota and Montana. And across the northeast, we can see we have a strengthening low, kind of right to the east of Long Island, bringing just enough cold air, just to bring a little bit of maybe some light to moderate snow mixing in for areas of New Hampshire, Vermont, western Maine, into Massachusetts, maybe even northern Connecticut. We're going to zoom in on that region now and look at some different models. So 00Z, we can see still some snow, even trying to make its way into coastal Maine. 03Z, some snow really starting to get into coastal Maine. We can go over here and see a little bit even in extreme eastern Maine, with maybe even some gusty winds in this area. And we go to Saturday morning, we can see just a little bit of snow left behind, maybe for coastal Maine, some snow showers in central northern Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, maybe even extreme eastern New York have a chance of some snow showers early Saturday morning. But it does look like the storm system is going to start to die out a little bit, and we're not going to have as much moisture across the northeast by Saturday morning. And we get a temperature Saturday morning, and we're going to look at, Saturday morning, temperatures are mostly above freezing. You can see New York City, Long Island, mid-40s, temperatures in the 30s throughout most of the Northeast, with some spots making it to the middle 30s and below freezing. It's going to be a close call, though, for snow. We go to Friday afternoon, and coldest air is we have below freezing temperatures in western Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, or Vermont, and even southern New Hampshire. We can see a little bit of below freezing temperatures, but it's going to be very close. Now let's go over to the European. And European shows a little bit less moisture. You can see much more wintry mix across this area and spotty snowfall coming down maybe as far north as northern PA, or as far south, sorry. And some spots in New York switching over to wintry mix and snow. By Saturday morning, we can see a little bit of snow for New Hampshire, Vermont, maybe Maine, into northern Massachusetts, and maybe even making it to coastal Maine. I'd say eastern coastal Maine, like this area over here, has the best chance of it. But yeah, we could even see some wintry mix, or maybe even some snow making it to coastal Maine, which that'll be pretty interesting because this is mid-April, so winter's over. It's been over for a while. But yeah, that's pretty much this storm or this winter storm, I guess. Not really much of a winter storm, but we're gonna call it that. We have another potential one across the Rockies into maybe the high plains. We talked about this one on the GFS. Let's look at the European. The European seems to have more heavy snow for northeastern Colorado, northwestern Kansas, and western Nebraska. We can see some decent snow. It kind of we lose that moisture during the day Friday, and we're just left with a few snow showers in the Rockies and maybe areas of Nebraska, South Dakota, pretty similar to the GFS. Other than where the heaviest snow occurs. The heaviest snow with the European, and I'd say the heaviest snow with the storm system will likely happen in this area, right there. Of course, in the Rockies, we could see some maybe some significant accumulations, but uh, really for the high plains and areas like big population centers, I'd say maybe Denver could get some decent snow. Maybe Cheyenne also. But yeah, that was this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. But yes, goodbye.